Well, Harry and Meghan have demanded a royal apology for the claims made in their Netflix documentary. The 6-hour wine-a-thon launched blistering attacks on Britain and the British monarchy, and the palace is reportedly baffled by the request. They're not the only ones. And as if we haven't suffered enough, tonight Netflix released a new trailer for another Harry and Meghan show. This one promises to be just as smug as the first one.
This was inspired by Nelson Mandela, who once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived.
It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead."
It's about people who have made brave choices.
To fight for change and to become leaders.
And giving inspiration to the rest of us. To live, to lead.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, every time I think they can't plummet new depths, these two, they're now comparing themselves to Nelson Mandela, who spent nearly 30 years in a 6x6 prison cell. Really? He went on to become the first black president for South Africa, a unifying leader of true greatness, one of the, well, actually the most impressive person I've ever interviewed in my life. They are comparing their dash for freedom to a mansion in California where they now hawk out their royal titles for hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what Mandela did in their eyes? Well, to me, it's unbelievable. But maybe there are some out there that believe this stuff. Joining me now is the author and activist Natalie Collins, the former head of Royal Protection Di Davis, and TalkTV contributor Esther Krakue. Well, let me start with you, Esther. You've been waiting patiently here. They're the new Mandela, apparently, combined.
I just find the arrogance is incredible to demand an apology, because that's how you get an apology, by demanding one, a sincere and honest and open apology. I just think, you know, they officially declared war on the royal family by coming out with this Netflix documentary. They made it clear that they wanted no reconciliation, because you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't put your family through that if you really wanted open, genuine conversation and reconciliation.
But also, they just called Prince Charles a lying bully. Yeah. They've called Prince William
even worse.
Even worse. So they drove him out of the country with his, or he drove them out of the country with his bullying and lies. They've called the whole family a bunch of racists.
Why would you even want an apology from people like that are so negative in your view?
Well, I think I can understand why they're demanding an apology, because they're so self-righteous about everything. They assume they're right about everything. I can't understand what on earth makes them think Charles and William would even consider being in the room with them right now.
But I do think there's an element of the longer that they can keep this feud going, that's more money in their bank account, because now everything they do, they'll just be like, oh, but what about William? How's your relationship with the royal family? How's your relationship with your father? And so it's basically, you know, a giant check that blank check they've signed.
How could you trust them not to just basically record everything that goes on if they did have a meeting like that?
Well, they would.